Assalamu alaikum students. I am Musfiya Tahreem and today I am going to discuss two chapters of your English book. First is chapter number 5 and the other is chapter number 6. Let's move to the chapter number 5. It is pothole. Pothole means a deep hole that is dug in the ground. We are going to further proceed to the story on the book with the reading, but first let us know about the main characters of the story. There is only one character, that is Faiza. Faiza is a small girl who is worried about the risks of pothole and who is worried about the safety of the children who are in the story. And we will further proceed to the story when we will read it. Okay, it's page number 41 on your book. Let's move to the reading of the chapter. First, we should know the meaning of the word pothole. It means a deep hole that is dug in the ground. And this story is about a pothole. Faiza looked out of her bedroom window. Another car was stuck on the road. The driver and the old man were changing one of the front wheels. Faiza watched as the men worked in the blazing sunshine. A woman and two children were sitting beside the road under a tree, taking shelter from the sun. Okay. In this paragraph, there is the intro of the chapter, that what is the problem in this whole scenario. The problem here is the road. The road has a big pothole, as I have told you that it is a deep hole that is in the ground. And Faiza is watching the scenario from her window and she is seeing that there are two children and a woman who are sitting beside the road under a tree and taking the shelter from the sun because there was a problem in a road. Faiza switched on her computer. She opened her calendar and began making notes on a sheet of paper. So many accidents in just 2 weeks, said Faiza to herself. Something must be done. The road is too dangerous for the children of the kindergarten next door. Okay, as I have explained that there was a problem in the road, Faiza was looking at it and she just came to the conclusion that something should be done for the road. The road is too dangerous for the children of the kindergarten next door. She said that the road is very dangerous because there is a school of small children, kindergarten school in next to the road. Faiza searched on the internet, but there were no news stories about the accidents. So as you all know that we search on internet about the things that are happening with us, she also looked at the internet, but there was no update about this pothole. She asked her parents to call the local newspaper. They called and left messages, but nobody called back. As you know that newspaper authorities, they have never replied to anyone. They didn't reply to them as well. Faiza looked out of the window again. The men had fixed the wheel and are wiping the hands on the some large rags. The women and children inside the car are inside the car. Soon the car drove away. Okay, so the problem is solved now. Faiza looked again and it was solved. The big pothole on the road, like a gaping mouth, waited darkly for its victim. You know, this is a very important line because it is also your question. The pothole is compared to a gaping mouth, like a monster who is waiting for the next victim to come, and the pothole wants to attack them. Faiza returned to her computer and wrote a letter. A week went by, 3 weeks went by. Faiza waited every day for the reply to her letter. No reply came. Every day, Faiza made a new entry in her accident log. Okay, so she was making an accident log. As you can see here, that she is making a list of the accidents that are taking place on every day and date. So, auto stuck, cyclist falls into the gutter, man injured, baskets fall on the floor on the road, lorry has a puncture. All these accidents have been taking place in the previous few weeks. That's enough, said Faiza to herself. I am not waiting a moment longer. Now, because that was the limit, because there had been so many accidents as you have seen here, so that was the limit point for Faiza. She said, I cannot wait now for authorities to come and do something. Faiza found a basket and filled it with soil from her garden. She packed some compost. Compost is a form of soil, okay, into a bag. She carefully dug out a few small flowering shrubs and put them in a bag. She filled an old watering can with water. Then she found 3 long lengths of wood and some board pens. Now the plan that Faiza have is to fill the pothole and make a small garden on the pothole, so that everyone can see it and no one can, jump over it or jump into it. She placed the items near her front door. Back in her room, Faiza found 3 large sheets of card. She began to write and draw on them. Now, because the garden would be ruined by anyone, she decided to put a placard, any card, on the outside of the garden so that everyone knows that the road is closed. In the evening, Faiza collected all the things and took them out to the side of the road. She fixed two of the sheets of the card and two pieces of the words. She propped them with stones at each end of the road. The sign said road closed. Okay, so now she made a placard and she pasted it. She propped them with stones at each end of the road. The sign said road closed. Now Faiza decided to prop it against the road so that everyone can see it clearly that the road is closed. You know, sometimes you put a sign on the things that you want to highlight. That's what Faiza did. She went back to the big pothole and emptied the basket of soil into it. Now she filled the pothole with the whole compost and the soil that she collected. She added the compost and mixed it all together. She planted the shrubs and watered them. And then she pushed the third piece of the wood into the soil and pinned the last sheet of the card on it. It was a colorful sign. Obviously, she was a small girl and she was doing her effort, so the sign was colorful, everything was like a childlike, but it was very good. Faiza removed the road closed sign and went home. Now, because her garden is placed, she removed the sign so that no one can, actually see that it is a sign, but everyone can see the garden that she made. She looked out of the window. There was no pothole in the road now, because the pothole was filled with the garden. In its place was a lovely little garden. Now, in the place of the pothole, it was a lovely, beautiful little garden that everyone can see. Soon, a large crowd gathered. People stopped to look. The children from the kindergarten stopped to look. Everyone who was passing by was looking at the garden because it was very fascinating for them, obviously. When traffic passed by, drivers smiled and slowed down. Whoever saw the little garden made by the little girl, they were very astonished by the garden, and everyone was very happy that someone took this initiative. They drove carefully around the garden. After a few days, a man with a camera arrived. He took lots of photos of the Faiza's potholes garden. Shortly after that, the pictures appeared in the newspaper. The chief of police arrived to have a look. Even the mayor came. Okay, now after the initiative that Faiza took, the pothole took the coverage from the cameramans, from the newspaper, and even the mayor, the chief of the police, everyone arrived, and all of them have looked at the pothole and the issue of the pothole. Faiza's little garden was moved to the side of the road. The pothole was finally filled and a shiny new surface was put on the road. So when everyone looked at that, they knew that there should not be a garden in the middle of the road. The authorities took a step and they made a clear road in place of the small garden. The garden today is called Faiza's garden and it's full of lovely flowers and shrubs. Okay, so now because the road is fixed and the garden is moved to the other side, now the garden is named after Faiza and the garden is called Faiza's garden. This chapter is written by Nicholas Horsburgh. As you know, he is the writer of this book as well. And he wrote this chapter to make an awareness about the things that are happening around us and how important it is for us to take steps for things that are not right. First thing first, we will do the words meaning of the difficult words in the chapter. First word is rags. Rags mean old cloth, which means purana kapda. Injured means hurt. Pack mean bundle. Finally, at last, gaping, wide open. As I have told you that the pothole was a gaping mouth, which means that it was a wide open mouth that was waiting for its victim. Now the word sentences. Word sentences are the creative sentences. You can make the sentences on your own of these following words. First word is basket. Second word is puncture. Third is weight. Then the word is fix and then dangerous. Now moving on to the comprehension of this chapter, there are long questions and short questions. First we will do the long questions. Which words are used to describe the pothole? First question that I have already mentioned in the reading. It is described as a gaping mouth waiting for its victim. Which things did Faiza collect? Now they are asking about the things that Faiza collected to fill up the pothole. Faiza collected a basket, soil, compost, flowering shrubs and watering can. Moving on to question number 3. What made Faiza take an action to fill the pothole? Give reasons. She filled the pothole because she was worried about the safety of children. As you know that she was the only one who was worried, she then took the initiative to fill the pothole as she can do. Make a list of types of accident that took place because of the pothole. This is a very important question. You have to make the list of the accidents that took place because of pothole. Vehicles got stuck. There were crashes to the vehicles. A cart lost its load. Auto stuck and cyclist fell into the gutter, etc. We have seen the list that Faiza made. You can add any other accident that she has mentioned in the list, but these are the few that they mentioned here. Now moving on to the short questions that you do on your booklet and the MCQs also that we will do on the booklet. First is the short questions. What had happened to the car that Faiza saw from her window? In the very beginning of the chapter, we see that she was looking out of her window. The car had been stuck due to the puncture, and puncture obviously happened because of the pothole. When did the traffic jam occur and why? So that's another question. The traffic jam occurred on 1st August due to the pothole. How many accidents had taken place in 2 weeks? There is no fixed number that they have mentioned in the chapters. They just told us that there are many accidents that had taken place in 2 weeks. Where did Faiza place 3 signs that she made? She placed the 3 signs on the road beside the pothole so that no one can ruin her garden or the pothole. Now moving on to the MCQs of unit number 5. Faiza looked out of her bedroom window, door, curtain or glass. The answer is window. Faiza switched her computer off, on and out. The answer is on. So many accidents took place in dash weeks. The answer to this is 2 weeks. That's the correct answer. The man had dashed the wheel. Now this is about the beginning of the chapter. The man had fixed the wheel. Faiza returned to her computer and wrote a dash. You know what she wrote? She wrote a letter. She found a dash and filled it with soil. She found a basket and filled it with soil. The sign was of road closed. Okay, this is it for the unit number 5. The chapter that we are going to do today is message in a bottle. As the name shows that it is about a message and the story revolves around a message. Okay, so first thing is the main characters. There are 4 main characters in the story. First is Afia, then Hassan and then David. These are the 3 kids who exchange the letters, and old Babu is somehow the main character who told the kids about the letter and the exchange of letters. And he told them how to read and write because there was no school in the village. Now let's proceed to your book and open your book for the reading. Okay, now moving on to the reading of chapter number 6, message in a bottle. It's page number 49. You can take it out and start with me. Message in a bottle. It is basically about a message that came to 2 children in the form of a bottle. So let's move on to the reading. A long time ago, 2 children, Afia and Hassan, lived in a small fishing village by the sea. So there are 2 children, Afia and Hassan, as I have told you that these are the main characters as well. They live in a village that was by the sea. You can see that there is a sea beside them. They were good friends and lived next door to each other. Their fathers were both fishermen. Both of them were the neighbors and their fathers were fishermen. There was no school in the village, so the children built sand castles, chased crabs, swam in the sea and climbed coconut palms all day long. As you know that there was no school, so the only activities these children had was to have fun all the day, as you do in your vacations as well. So their activities were very simple. They used to build castles, they used to chase crabs, swim, everything. They had a wonderful life without any worries. One day, they were playing on the beach when they found a large green bottle. Okay, here is the twist of the story. When one day they were playing and they found a large green bottle, and what was in the bottle? We will see. With great difficulty, the children took the cap off of the bottle. Inside, they found a piece of paper. Okay, so there was a piece of paper in this bottle. What does it say? Cried Afia excitedly. She asked, what does it say? I don't know, Hassan replied. There is some writing on it, but we can't read. As you know that these were children who have never been to school, how can they read, okay? The children wondered what to do. Old Babu, the shopkeeper in the village, could read. So now they knew that there is a person whose name is Old Babu who is going to help them. He would be able to tell them what it said. They decided to go to him. They scampered along to the shop with the bottle and the paper. They were running. It means that running very fastly. Look, Babu, cried the children excitedly. Look what we discovered on the beach. So now they are very excited and they are running around the shop of Old Babu and they called him, look Babu, what we discovered on the beach. Old Babu took the paper from the children. He put on his glasses and started to read. Because Old Babu was an old person, elderly person, he took out his glasses and started to read, as you can see in the picture. If you get this, said Old Babu, reading from the paper, please write to me. I am David. I live in a small fishing village in New Zealand. Here is my address. Okay, so now the address and the letter says that if you are reading this letter, you have to reply to me because I am also living in a fishing village and my name is David. That's the other character that we are talking about today. Old Babu pointed to address on the paper. Here is a boy's address, he said. This bottle has come all the way from New Zealand. It is a country far, far away. Over the deep blue sea, you must write to David. Now Old Babu is telling them about the New Zealand. He told them that New Zealand is a country that is very far away from them and they should consider themselves very lucky because they got this letter. It could have been lost, it could have been gone somewhere else. He must be a small child just like you. Tell him that you found his message. So he insisted, Old Babu insisted that Afia and Hassan should write back to David as well. The children looked down at their feet. They looked so sad. So, do you have any idea why the children are sad? Okay, let me tell you. Why are you looking so sad? Asked Old Babu. We cannot read or write, can we? Replied Hafia quietly. The only problem that they faced was they were not able to read or write. Well, said Old Babu, why don't you learn? He initiated the conversation of learning between them. There is no school here, said Hassan. How can we learn? Okay, the main problem now is that there was no school where they can go and learn. I'll teach you, said Old Babu with a smile. From that day, every afternoon when the shop was quiet, the children sat with Old Babu. He gave them a paper and pencils and he taught them. So now they are taking tuitions from the Old Babu at every afternoon and they are learning new words and they are learning different things in their own language. Some months later, Afia and Hassan wrote a letter to David in New Zealand. So after a few months, they were able enough to write a letter back to David. He wrote back to them and months went by. The years went by. Afia and Hassan still write to David. Now they are nearly as Old Babu was when he first read the message in the bottle. So it means that the time has passed very, very fast and they were now at the age of the Old Babu when he was in the beginning of this chapter. This chapter is also written by Nicholas Horsburgh, who is the writer of this book as well. And this is a very light chapter and where you can see how experiences of people can be very interesting in this world. Moving on to unit number 6, message in a bottle, that we have already discussed in detail about the reading. First is the word's meaning of difficult words. Chased. Chased is the word that means to follow actually and to run after or to pursue. Worries means pain. Discover means explore. Quietly, silently and foolish means crazy. Now moving on to the creative sentences, you can obviously make your own sentences on these following words: village, fisherman, wonderful, excited and deep. Moving on to the comprehension of this chapter, long questions first. Why did the children take the paper to Old Babu? They took the paper to the Old Babu because they could not read it. How did Old Babu help the children? He read the letter and taught them how to read and write. Do you think the children were lucky to find the bottle? How? As I have also mentioned in the reading that they found the letter all the way from New Zealand, and New Zealand is a far land. So they were actually very lucky. They were very lucky. It is the long way from New Zealand to Pakistan. The bottle could have been smashed or floated somewhere else. It could have been lost anywhere else in the sea, but it reached Afia and Hassan, which means that they were very lucky. Now to the short questions that you will do on your booklet. Where did the children live? The children lived in a small fishing village. What did the children's father do? Their fathers were both fishermen. What did the children do all the day? They built sand castles, chased crabs and swam in the sea. Why did the children not go to the school? There was no school in the village. What did the children do when they found the bottle? They took off the cap and found a paper. First thing was that they found a paper in the bottle. Okay. Now move on to the MCQs of this chapter. Afia and Hassan lived in a village by the sea in dash of the Pakistan. The answer is south. There was dash school in the village. There was no school in the village. One day they found a large dash bottle. The color of the bottle was green. Inside the bottle there was a dash. There was a paper inside the bottle. The letter was written by, the name of the person who wrote the letter was David. Some dash later, Afia and Hassan wrote a letter. After a few months, they were able to write the letter to Afia to David. Opposite of success is failure. Okay, thank you so much for this.